What's up, guys? It's Pixel Quest Gaming. I know I haven't really had a lot of motivation for YouTube recently, since I haven't really had any ideas for videos. But I did have an idea. I actually had an idea of making videos of older video game systems. The video game systems that I'm talking about recently are, or that I'm seeing recently, is the classic Nintendo or the Nintendo Entertainment System. The Nintendo Entertainment System was released in 1985. In 1985, they actually released, or in 1983, they actually originally released the Nintendo Famicom for Japan, or the Family Computer. It's basically like the Japanese version of the Nintendo Entertainment System, except instead of cartridges, you actually put in these disc sort of cartridges in there instead. So, but in 1985, in North America, they actually released the Nintendo Entertainment System as we know today. So for today, we're actually going to review the Nintendo Entertainment System to see why people really like the system so much. I made a video recording the Nintendo Entertainment System and also recording playing it in the Sony Triniton monitor sort of thing. So I really hope you like the video a lot, and I'll see you guys later. So what I have here is the classic Nintendo. If you possibly know this system, it was probably one of the first systems that Nintendo ever released. Or if you're familiar with the Famicom, you might be familiar with that also. The Famicom was actually the first one released, but this one was actually released. This actually saved the video game industry, since most video games in America before this actually was not doing that well whatsoever. So this system is actually one of the first systems to actually bring back video games. So to people that play video games today, and to people who play, for example, this PlayStation 5 over there, to people who play that, you should actually thank this one, since this is the one that actually bring video games back to life. So we're actually going to set this thing up. I'll be right there with you guys. Okay, so I got the Nintendo Entertainment System set up. We currently have 3 games that are actually for the Nintendo Entertainment System. We have Super Mario Bros. 1, that includes Duck Hunt, Super Mario Bros. 2, and 3. So these are the 3 that can actually play on the classic Nintendo. And these are the first cartridges. I actually bought this from a video game store, so I'm actually hoping this actually works. But let's get this all set up. Alright, so the first things first, the first game we're going to actually play is Super Mario Bros. 1 plus Duck Hunt. So what you need to do for the game is you actually need to, I'm going to actually push this on. This is what the Nintendo Entertainment System looks like without the game in. Just pure blackness. So the first things first you need to do is you actually need to blow into the cartridge for these type of games. Then you have to put the game in. Please do it gently. Do not try to do this by force. Or don't try to force the thing out, otherwise you'll break it. Then you put the lid in, then you press the power button. And now you can now play your games actually. So this is what Super Mario Bros. Looks like. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. My bad. So this is the second level of the game. Right now we are currently underground right now. Did not expect this game to get so dark. I gotta be careful here. I might get hit by some enemies if you're not careful. Now this jump you actually need to be really careful with. You could actually fall if you're uncareful. Now here is actually where there's a secret level at. So you get to choose which one you actually want to do. You can either do 2, 3, or 4. We're gonna go with 4 since it's the farthest one. And now we're in a completely different world. World 4. Now this level, I wish I could show you more gameplay of this, but unfortunately I might have to turn this off since we might have to move on to a different game. But this is one of the biggest games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. The next game for the Nintendo Entertainment System is Super Mario Bros. 2. This is another big game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. We're gonna put this in right now to see if how the gameplay is. My bad. Alright, so you have to blow it, like I said, you have to blow into these cartridges. And I don't mean it by that type of blow. Alright. At least this actually has music in the intro, unlike the first Super Mario Brothers. Now from this one you actually get to choose your character. The first Mario Brothers, you only got one character. This you get to choose 4. So what we're going to choose is mainly Mario for this one. I also forgot to mention for this one you press the A button instead of start button to start the game. So this is a completely different Super Mario Brothers. If you're not familiar with this one, this might be a completely different version of Super Mario Brothers. Where is the door? Oh, it's up here. God damn. Got a star. Nice. Doing pretty good right now. Yay! I have a superstar. Now I can hit any enemies. So yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. Uh-oh. Another door. Freaky. These people are annoying as heck. Ow. Yeah, they're annoying as freak, I'm telling you. I seriously want these. Alright, so I'm not very good at this game actually, so I might have to... Unfortunately, for the duration of this video, I have to keep this game short, but I will say this is a really great game to play if you want to get back into, if you want to play the classic Nintendo again, or the Nintendo Entertainment System, or whatever you call it. So, the last game for this video is Super Mario Bros. 3. People say this might actually be the best Super Mario Bros. Game on the classic Nintendo, but I think this is actually This might actually be the best Super Mario Brothers, but I will say this game, it was made the same year that the Super Nintendo Entertainment System came out in Japan. So I'm gonna put this game in right now. God dang it, alright. So, I am not a huge fan of this whatsoever. When it comes to the game not turning on, you have to blow into the cartridge a lot of times. Alright, let's gently push this in. Now it works, alright. So I think we might have to gently push the cartridge into the system, unfortunately, if we want to get the system to work. So this is what the game looks like. Maybe people would be lucky enough to actually get a cartridge or to get this type of game. Now for this, you don't press A or B to start the game. Unlike Super Mario Bros. 2, you don't press 1 to start the game. You press the start button to start. So I'm gonna have we're gonna do a complete gameplay of this for a little bit. Get out. Alright. Here's a magic trick here. This is a new power-up that the Mario Brothers actually created for this game. I know the button's really loud. Now here is the secret pipe actually. This is the secret pipe to, if you're lucky enough to actually use the secret power up like this. That's the secret power up. Alright, let's get this down. Can't move anywhere whatsoever. Alright, so that's pretty much all the games for the classic Nintendo Entertainment System. The first Nintendo system to actually come out. The second system to actually come out was the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. We're gonna use that for the next video. But this is one of the first systems that people actually use to play video games. If you've been new to video games or something, this is the first system that people actually use, that actually care about video games. So that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Thank you.